Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom Marshall. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Today we are going to look at The Conjuring Last Rite. What is your favourite paranormal slash horror slash suspense thriller horror film that you've ever watched? For me, I personally like to go back to the early days, the 70s and 80s. Most notably, The Exorcist is one of my personal favourites, and also The Poltergeist. But today, we are going to be looking at The Conjuring Last Rite. The Warners are back one last time. The Conjuring Last Rites is the ninth and supposedly final chapter in the Conjuring universe. As you all know, we've all been misled by titles this year. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning ring a bell? Just saying. Directed by Michael Chavez and starring Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, this film promises closure, scares, and legacy. But does it deliver a chilling send-off? Or just recycled old ghosts? Let's break it down. The film opens in 1964 with young Ed and Lorraine investigating a cursed mirror, a sequence that's surprisingly tense and emotionally charged. Lorraine goes into forced labour mid-haunting, giving birth to Judy, who becomes central to the film in present-day storyline. Fast forward to the year 1986, on a personal note, year I was born, the Warrens are semi-retired, Ed's heart condition looming, and Judy, Mia Tomlinson's character, is now an adult, dating Tony Sperrer as Ben Hardy's character. When the Smurl family in Pennsylvania reports disturbing activity, Judy feels psychically drawn to the case, and the Warners are pulled right back in. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga remain the soul of this franchise. Their chemistry is effortless, and Farmiga brings a vulnerable edge to Lorraine that's especially poignant. Mia Tomlinson steps into Judy's shoes with conviction, balance, psychic sensitivity, and emotional maturity, while Ben Hardy's Tony adds levity, though the meet the parents subplot feels lifted from a romantic comedy. As Mark Kermode reviews The Conjuring Last Rite notes, the film leans heavily into family drama, sometimes at the expense of sustained terror. Let's talk scares. Michael Chavez knows how to build an atmosphere, creaking hallways, flickering lights, and off-screen whispers around. Personally, what I find scary isn't necessarily the jump scares, but what the characters are either watching on screen that makes it feel eerie and very sort of unsettling. Also, the recordings. So whenever they have like a cassette tape and they play the recording of a demon or a spirit, really does make my skin crawl. The haunted mirror returns as a central device, and while it's effective, it also feels a little bit familiar. Standout sequences include a Final Destination style death, terrifying wedding dress fitting, and whirling mirror climax. The film rarely innovates. It's polished, yes, but haunted by its own formula. Last Rite is less about demons and more about legacy. It explores the cost of a life spent battling evil, the burden of psychic inheritance, and the transition from one generation to the next. Judy's arc hints at a possible spin off, though whether that is earned or necessary is debatable. The film tries to be both a farewell and a setup, and that transition sometimes muddles its focus. Here is where The Last Rites stumbles. The pacing is uneven. The first hour is heavy on exposition and light on scares. The Smurl haunting, while based on real events, lacks urgency of previous cases. And while the emotional beats land, the horror often feels like deja vu. And I may say there is a particular scene that I felt was a little bit low budget and poor CGI and graphics just really made it feel very sort of amateurish when it came to this particular scene of a possessed doll that sort of unfolds itself and then comes towards the camera, and it just didn't seem realistic or even sort of good. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but at the end of the day, it's not groundbreaking either. The Conjuring Last Rites is a respectful and impactful farewell. It honours Ed and Lorraine's legacy, delivers a few solid scares, and sets the stage for future stories, but also explores the franchise's fatigue, familiar tropes, recycled setups, and lack of fresh horror. If you're a long-time fan, it's worth the watch. If you're new to the series, start with the original. I would rate this film sort of 3.5 out of 5. A heartfelt finale haunted by its own story. There you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.